Me- uh, All right, so we're going through JobOS overall and just thinking about the resume optimizer and how it currently works. So based on some of the testing that I've done throughout this week, my submission is the fact that our output is technically incorrect, meaning it is not providing the right information to people. And if something is technically incorrect, that would explain for drop off, that would explain for our platform not delivering value. So I'm just working with Noah on this to try and find out the foundation and see how we can solve it. So I decided to do a bit of a test, which I'm going to share. So what I did basically was I went on ChatGPT, which I'm going to show us very soon. So I went on ChatGPT and decided to just give ChatGPT a simple prompt to say, okay, assuming I even want to use ChatGPT and I just want to optimize my resume.
Which is what
Some of our students have been doing. When I ask them, oh, are you using JobOS? They say, no, Tayo, I just use ChatGPT because when I tried to use JobOS, I didn't get the outcome that I wanted. Okay. So I put the most basic prompt on ChatGPT.
And mind you, they already know what is good.
Because I've shown them what is good.
Taught them what good is. So it's not like, and that's what we expect, and basic from JobOS perspective to support what is good and make it better.
Make it better. So they're currently not having that experience based on the things that I've shown them. So I decided, all right, let's go to ChatGPT, put like a basic prompt for someone that doesn't even know how the hell to prompt. Now I said, so I have a job I want to apply to. I'm worried it doesn't have the keywords. Can I give you my resume and the job I want to apply to so you help me optimize? And here's what I did. I gave it that same demo resume and I copied just about the role of a job on Seek, and that's it. And this is the output from ChatGPT.
Didn't copy the roles and responsibilities.
It's there. Here. It didn't have a lot. This is it. And this is it. Partner with stakeholders, analyze, lead workshops, support delivery, and what they want you to have as well. So that's it.
So this is even illustrating that this is even a job that does not have too much
information,
context, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But there are key things there
that you need to have.
Yeah.
If your resume doesn't have it, then they see you as you're not fit. Now, GPT says to me, they're going to focus on agile, which are the key things: waterfall, ability to run a workshop, facilitation, Salesforce CRM process, technical stuff really that the job is needing.
Yeah.
Now, here's what ChatGPT rewrote, which is kind of like what I wanted JobOS to be able to do, even if we're writing the professional summary. Maintain the technical information and make sure it is not putting communication of business analysts just because communication is a keyword, right?
Yeah.
So now look, here is what it is. It says business analyst with 6 years of experience translating business needs into practical, measurable solutions across this. All right.
So question, do we have CRM and code?
Yeah.
Let's look
So
at
let me copy and paste the summary from the resume. So let me put it here.
We need to show the resume. So
No, I'll show the resume in a second, but I just want to see
so,
side by side, right? This is what I have in the demo resume. Right. This is what ChatGPT gave.
So we can see in the demo resume, we have CRM called out there.
Yeah.
So that is clear that we're not, the reason I'm calling this out is that we also don't want
to go and put what CRM, they don't have.
Like in case, for example, somebody does not have CRM, but the stuff said CRM, we now change the whole thing and write a lie.
I say CRM expert of 6
CRM,
years.
that's going to be a lie, which we don't want. So there are some key things that we don't also just want to stuff in there because of keyword.
Yeah, but we can then give suggestions and say, hey, based on what I saw in the job description, it does look like they're looking for someone with strong skill set. Do you have skill sets in CRM? If yes, please include yourself.
That's where the next point of what we're going to be talking about, which is like in the report that it produces, it needs to suggest, oh, we can see they want this skill set, CRM, whatnot.
Yeah.
You do not have it in your current resume, right? So of course you can't just put it inside, but just flagging in that they want this thing that
You
they
might
want
need to
that.
learn, even suggest learn, or if you have it, you
Yeah,
put like
we
a
can.
basic placeholder
So it
text.
nudges them to say, oh, actually I have it, right?
I didn't
And then
put
they
it.
can rewrite. That's where, when we get to collaborative way of doing things going forward, we'll
Yeah.
talk about that. But
So just going off this again, it then says proven ability to analyze current versus future state processes, identify gaps and deliver solutions that improve efficiency, reduce errors and increase ROI. All of these things are here. So look at it. Return on investment, increasing ROI. So basically what it did was it made it tighter.
yeah,
Now, the job was looking for somebody with like agile and all of those things. It says strong experience leading workshops, facilitating stakeholder discussions, and supporting delivery from design through testing, change, and go live. Skilled in agile, Scrum, and waterfall environments with hands-on experience using Jira, Confluence, Salesforce, CRM, Miro, and Microsoft Visio.
this is great because in the skill set, right? In the tools and skill set,
it has pulled that data
it has
from
pulled
me.
that because it's now focusing on adding, okay, summary of everything. Why? Because of the 6 seconds test. Right? 6 seconds is when a recruiter just look at your resume, they just look at the summary and key achievement.
Yeah.
And they want to know if you're a right fit of what they want.
And it also did a fantastic thing, which is, you might be wondering, oh, where did he get agile? It took agile from another point that I have in my demo resume. So this is it.
That's I want you to show demo resume. So it's clear. Switch the screen to demo resume.
Okay.
So it's
because
clear.
That's why I'm just copying it. But let me
let's just see his belief into
okay. So demo.
Switch cheaper.
So
you can do side by side split screen to here.
Okay. So
Right click on that bottom footer.
or to do like double screen.
Not this one too.
I don't think. Okay.
Come back to this, bro. Come back to that.
All right. So basically, what ChatGPT did was it looked at everything in this summary and made it tighter based on that job description.
Yeah. So it took, which is where when I explain a few things later of the 3 step this thing needs to go through. Meaning first, he needs to understand, like analyze the whole context of the resume, not just I'm stiffing keyword. It's your ChatGPT. Right. So the workflow has to first of all analyze the resume, understand that resume.
Okay,
before
I need to reshare them. I need to reshare my old desktop.
So this would be better to look at
side by side. So let me just arrange it so it's nice and tight. Please. And let's bring the resume here so we can see side by side. Make this bigger.
Close this. Minimize. Let's minimize this.
Now that's your screen, not my screen. Okay, so basically just spare me a moment while I make this nice and short. we can say it properly. Just like this, and then bring this closer. So we can just look at side by side of what I'm showing. Okay, so this is the demo resume that I gave it. This is the outcome. I already told us like this is where ChatGPT got some of those information from. So basically what it has done is it didn't put anything that I don't have. It just made sure this resume can pass that test. So when they look at it, they're saying, oh, this is our keyword. We want someone in agile rather than where she currently puts it, which is bottom, they've gone. So it tightened it up and made sure this is technically correct.
So can we go up again? Let's go up again and to that job ad. So we can emphasize, see here, right? See, they talk about agile here. You can see there, right? They talk about CRM, right? We can see Jira, Confluence, all of that. And it has pulled it from the two section. Yeah.
So in my two section here, I said Jira, Confluence. So it has pulled it from there, signaling to AI that, oh, she has this, she's got this.
Exactly.
So let's put it in there, not just anything that doesn't align. So that's first thing. Now, let's go into the key areas. I want to check the experience area first.
Now, I am thinking a different approach to what we're doing right now is a one-shot optimization that is not very collaborative, which gets to the point of what keyword dumping.
Yeah.
I am thinking a better approach would be we scan first, right? Scan meaning we've seen all the issues with what is happening with you. And then we can prompt you to say, for example, if we're lucky in this case that Jira, Conference, Agile, all these things still surface in this resume. I'm looking at all the other use case where maybe the resume they dropped does not have these tools and this thing, but they actually have the skills. Yeah. So where we would be different is to say we scan first, right? So when you put your resume and that job description and all, what we're doing first is to scan, match it against this, or this is where you are, right? And then we will ask you, we will show the result to say they want this, they want this, they want this, they want this. Do you want to include this thing? So you are the one taking the action to do what? To then say, yes, please, I have this thing, include this CRM, include this stuff. You are the one taking action. It's not like the AI just puts those things and assume that you have, even when you are not, making it look like you're lying because we just want to stuff keyword.
Yeah.
So it's not like collaboration, right? Okay. Say, these are suggested things that you should add to optimize this resume.
Yeah.
You get, so it comes with the result like, oh, this is 40 or 50 over whatever.
Yeah.
Here are the things this job will strengthen your optimization, which is different from what other guys are doing.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
So this is an example. So let's assume this is JobOs on your screen.
Yeah.
This is the bad resume on the red color. Yeah. And this is the one that we've scanned. So basically what we do is we tell them, hey, I've just scanned your resume. I have seen the job needs, somebody with this, and this.
Yes.
Ask them a question to say, similar to when you ask ChatGPT and you're like, oh, I want to write a problem statement. ChatGPT will not just say, okay, problem statement, to ask you, what is your company name? What do you guys currently do in your company? Then I will go ahead and do it. So we make it collaborative, right? If we haven't seen something on their resume and we know that the job wanted, we need to ask the candidate and say, I have looked at your resume and I've also looked at the job description, the report. Do you have experience using Jira, Confluence, Miro, Salesforce, CRM? Do you have experience with Agile, Waterfall, this, and that?
Absolutely.
Do you have experience with Salesforce, CRM? Do you have experience with workshop for key things?
Have you ever done workshop or things like
Babe,
that?
if it is not on the
resume, like you do the analysis. That's why we say first step
analyze.
is analyze first. Get the context of this resume, right? All right. And we'll still talk about it a bit more, but like get the context of this resume and be collaborative. Now, results should show, not just to tell you download yet. Results should show you this is the result of our analysis, right? And then say, look at all these things they want. Do you want to add them? Do you have it? And you can just, it's a simple case of clicking. You know what we're trying to do in that result we have today, like saying new skills are there.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna say like, you will now say, oh yeah, I have this, I have it. It will now help you write a line or two to make it to a session to be able to speak to that keyword.
To make it simple, the prompt is, I did not find this on your resume.
Yes.
But the job description favors a candidate, is looking for a candidate with this. Do you have this?
So we categorize it yes, professional experience, skills, tools, things like that. So you can add it per there.
Yeah.
That is the actual optimization. Not you. And then AI will write it based on metric and impact.
I will now go ahead and rewrite based on this information. And then suggest that maybe you learn before the interview.
Yeah, so exactly. So that's the way we talk to people. Exactly. That's the way you can differentiate from what other people do, where it's just like keyword stuffing in there, even if you like have it or not.
You just put it dumping.
We know that you need to stuff keyword. However, we don't want to just stuff keyword. We want you to take ownership of that. Like, okay, put this in there. Click it. It's not going to be friction. It's like click it and the AI will write that line and add it nicely. And we will guide, there will be guardrails, meaning for the resume part, you will see the section for the two parts, for the skills part, or when you now add it, you can then see the final thing. You will see how it's moving, the score. The score will be moving as you're adding things. And then that gives them experience of, wow, as I'm adding this thing, is improving my resume.
Yeah.
So it's not just like I just run the engine, it just put things for me and then you just like get the result. This way is psychology. And then people will be like, I was part of that optimization.
Yeah. Okay. So summary of this is, we're looking for a world where the first step, as soon as an applicant puts their resume inside JobOS and puts the job description, the first thing you should do is you should run an analysis. Forget downloads and everything for now. The first step is run an analysis. Where you can find like direct match, assuming like with tools especially and skills, you maintain that. Secondly, during the analysis, if it cannot find some key things that job is looking for within the skill area and the responsibility area, it should then return to Noah to say, I did not find this on your resume, right?
Yeah.
As per what the
you
job...
will not put a prompt like suggest, suggestion.
So asking, do you have this? Would you like me to add it? So that means you're giving it consent. Like you agree that I don't have it.
So we need to design a way they can just put, I did not find this. This would strengthen your resume. And then it's a clickable thing that shows add. It should just be like,
we currently have it.
Just add it the way we already have. Just add it, right? So when you click it, you see it added. And then the bar will move a bit, like the score will increase. The illusion of, okay, I'm optimizing with you, right? We're doing this together. And that's the usefulness, right? And then when you see it move, you're happy, like, oh, okay, this makes sense. And then if you add it and you feel like, that place is not, you can remove it as well. That you reduce again. So we do it like that till they're happy with the score. And then they will put suggestion, things like certification, education.
Guardrails. You can't change certification. You cannot, so we just suggest.
Yeah, we suggest. You can add it, but
job with Justin Solutions looking for someone with this, suggest to maybe acquire the certificate or read about it.
yeah,
That's where we differentiate. We tear down the job description, tear down the resume,
exactly.
and tell them what they
The
need.
gaps are, and they can put it. Or if you, they can also have options, say, okay, help me add everything, and then you just do it and
move on.
go on.
All right, I'm going to do one more. So we'll then go through some of the problems
Yeah.
that JobOS is experiencing right now, where it is putting experience communication, where it is not meant to be, and skills that are just all over.
And the response output.
Yeah, so let's look at this right now. I'm show us this very quickly. So this is the demo resume, and this is what ChatGPT optimized for me. Now let's look at it one by one. Obviously, this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. ChatGPT went within the realms of like the number.
Yeah.
Right? ChatGPT is giving me 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah.
So that's the recommended industry standard number.
So we need to put it somewhere in the report, like you had 12 points. We summarize it to
8 key points
because of optimization. ATS, right?
And it has included your key things.
Keyword, like see, it highlighted what it added, right?
All right, so let's look at this. It said optimized to match role. Now, this is what I have in there. And see, I actually have some stuff. It says manage project and collaborated with stakeholders across departments to define software requirements, specifications for new HRIS and CRM, including yada yada. Now, it rewrote it to now fit into this technically, to make it technically correct. Partner with project managers, product owners, SMEs, and cross-functional teams to translate business needs into functional requirements and solution designs for the project that I said I've done.
Do you know why I said partner? Remember in job ad, the job ad said
you are looking for
someone that partner with stakeholders, project managers, this and that. See the word there.
And it didn't just copy and paste, because once you copy and paste it is incorrect.
You can see.
So the job ad says lead workshops, elicit requirement, and facilitate, right? I have it on this resume. I said conducted interviews and organized workshops to gain understanding. Let's see how it rewrote it to actually meet the needs. It said facilitated workshops and interviews to elicit requirement, clarify scope, and define end-to-end deliverables using Jira and Confluence to document. Now, as a technical person, you would even still rewrite this, because I probably won't say using Jira and Confluence, right? But I can say to track the requirement and Confluence, but that's not yours to even think about. Like, that's more of a technicality. And then we'll put the caveat. Reread.
That's why we have to put it like,
we will also,
you not be correct. AI is not fully correct. Check before you, like, check for final. Even ChatGPT tells you that.
Yeah, I make mistakes. ChatGPT
check for any mistake.
Right? So just look at this in terms of how it has been done. Technically, this is correct. This is my field, and I know that this is correct. It is not 100% correct.
No, it's not 100%.
At least it is
okay for
yes.
Most people don't know.
Most people don't have a lot of knowledge in that area. They're happy with that. They're happy. So look at this as well. It said facilitated workshops, which is what I did, what I have here, but it just added some of those key things to clarify business needs, which is what you'll be doing.
Yeah.
Elicit requirement and define user stories. It is technically correct and smart. The same thing for my Fujitsu. They said collaborated this and that to conduct user acceptance testing. It just rewrote this. Conducted UAT, facilitated data migration and supported change management activities. That's what it just rewrote here. So it took data migration here.
Yeah.
It took UAT here. It took it just rewrote it in a way that it is speaking to the needs of the job without just changing it completely to something else.
Yeah, because it's not trying to say
I have what I
New
don't have
South Wales and things like that.
because they are not relevant.
Yeah, they are not relevant for this keyword.
Nobody
So,
cares about where you did it.
so make it broad there, which is better.
Yeah. Oh, and then
But he didn't just delete everything, or he still maintained what I wrote, right? What is there? Now, let's see certification. What did he do here?
so let's look at what he did for certification. Now, this is my certification. I said I have PSPO. I said I have data visualization and this. I don't have this.
So that's where the guardrails needs to be. Like, don't add things that
I
I
don't
don't
have.
have, right? So we said we have the remove data analytics immersion.
And it also removed my education and training.
So where is the education
It
now?
has removed it.
It's not even up.
No.
So those are the things, right?
It has removed
So
the guardrails.
guardrails, that's the thing we're facing to.
We lack
Because we don't put enough guardrails. So it's gonna be like, I can remove this. LLM are very, very notorious for that.
Yeah. Delete things,
And that's where we can say, look, if you go on ChatGPT, this is the risk you run.
Exactly.
If you do prompt now, yes, your prompt can be good, but it's still, you have to still sit down and make sure that what it gives you is correct. Because this is the clear case of what we're saying now. Now, tools, Jira, whatever.
Yeah, Jira, Confluence, it maintain my tools.
But the way it's formatted,
MS Office instead
rather
of, than Word, Excel, PowerPoint.
Yeah, calling out. Yeah, so make it concise and tighter.
Yeah.
Now, if we said convert this to a Word document, please say that.
Okay.
Let's see how the formatting is. And this is why we need us, right? To say, if you go on ChatGPT, there are guardrails that are not there.
Yeah.
The tool supposed to help you with that. That's our selling point, really. To say, look, yes, you can use the best prompt, but ChatGPT make mistake. But we now put our expertise to say we put guardrails here so it doesn't make mistake. That is where the value is. It doesn't tamper with information. This unique insight we're sharing here, right? Where we say make it collaborative, don't just stuff in keyword. It's also important.
See what is even ChatGPT? Add Salesforce CRM more prominently to match the job ad.
Exactly. This is what we're saying.
This is really what we're saying.
So that at the end of the day, you're not like, oh,
why did they put Salesforce CRM when I don't know it?
Because you agreed with me.
Yeah.
It's collaborative.
So that's what I want us to keep in mind. That
we need
we see this power. Would you like me to? That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
Because if I say yes, this whole resume would position me as a Salesforce CRM expert.
Exactly. To go and be putting a lot of Salesforce so
that I probably don't know.
We don't want to even do that because these guys, this ChatGPT is just going to rewrite everything like Salesforce
experts. No, I'm saying that as an example, how we ask those questions, like, I didn't find this
keyword. Our own is not just, just
on your resume. Would you like me? And once you give the stuff, it adds it.
Our own will be more guardrail driven, meaning it's per sections. Just write the skills, just write the roles and responsibility section, just like the resume builder, how we categorize things, right?
Yeah.
So you can make changes targeted. This one now, except you give it a targeted prompt, it's not going to write the whole resume. Now let's see this is almost like what we get, but it's better.
This is even better formatted.
It's better formatted. You put the education now. See.
Oh, you put the education. Oh, so no, like what it did was, we're still that's still like V1.
Yeah.
So it's when you now get your downloaded version, it pops everything back.
Yes. So the education is actually there.
It's there. It's giving me just the result of what it has changed.
Yes. Yeah, what it has changed. Yeah. So you see, it was wise that I can't change education.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you didn't
He
put
didn't
that.
bother because there's nothing to change.
And now let's look at the quality. Okay,
So,
name.
yeah, it already said, it asked me if I wanted you to put my name. I said I didn't respond. So this is good.
Yeah.
And this as well.
Yeah.
That's literally everything.
Key skills. Let's go to our key skills here. What was this key
It
skills?
has reduced it drastically.
Where is it? This one.
Yeah.
There's a reason why this resume is 4 pages, right?
Yeah.
We don't need 4 pages for 8 years resume.
And it's repetition. It has popped in these things in different places. There's data migration already.
Yes.
There is software development. There's change management. There's
Yeah.
Microsoft. Oh, actually, I've Lean Six Sigma. It didn't add what I don't have. I actually do have it.
Yeah.
It just
You
positioned
just
it
put
better
it
because
better.
oh my God, this is so smart.
Yes, 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 that's correct. We take that back. So
We
you
take
can
that
see
back.
what we're saying. Adding value, like, oh,
We take
look,
that back.
this thing you have it here. Let's
Let's
segment it
not
properly.
let's not
Put it under skills.
repeat things. So requirement elicitation, it removed it as well because I already have it.
Inside the words. So it's repetition to put it there. Remove it
Repetition.
from here, even like.
It's my demo. It's demo. That's not the one that I use in class. This is
Okay,
just for
okay.
demo. See, it says demo.
So
This is not the template.
these key skills, do we now is still struggling with formatting?
Yeah, even this
I would
formatting
say
is still not great. It's there's no bullet point, just dashes.
that's where we now need to, like, what is now the output? That's why I don't want it to just pop out a document for us. We need to be able to create the section so that when people download it, then it generates a well-aligned resume. ATS format, clean headers, and just line breaks. That's at the best, at the worst, line breaks. That's it. And we can segment it possible. Okay,
I'm
so
almost inclined. There's something that just popped into my head. We also need some keynotes. Please rename your resume. A lot of people don't do that.
jeez,
Imagine you send this to
this is the one from ChatGPT,
yeah,
right?
and our own says the same thing. To JobOs says the same thing. So that design currently on what a user needs to do. Now that you've downloaded your resume, here are the key things that you need to do. Please remember to rename your resume with your name and the role that you're applying to. That's how we add value.
Do we not want to do that automatically?
Via email, everyone just gets it. As soon as you download something, you're triggered, you get a notification via SMS or email.
That's where we add value.
That's where we add value.
Why should you not even get your optimized resume via email?
Exactly. Your resume is ready. It will even help us improve our deliverability and open rate because people will open.
Yes.
People will open.
Your resume is ready. It's breaking your name. At the very least, we should be naming it well for them.
Actually, we should be naming it.
Those are things we can say, look, if you do on ChatGPT, this
you have to go and rename.
Name, you have to reformat.
So because we have their first name and last name, and we can see the role, name it for them. Tayo Oriowo, business analyst.
Ready to go. That's the least we can do.
And when people see emails from us, it doesn't feel weird. These people, who are they?
Yeah.
And I'm almost inclined that I don't want these crazy dashes in our own because
which crazy?
This is ChatGPT.
That's why I'm saying we need to design our own template. Yeah. But you should follow the structure of what you build, and then you can export it just like CV and code. They have their template. Yeah. Then that's how you differentiate from ChatGPT. You can't just, this is how I want to come out. Like you just come out like this, and worse sometimes, like formatted badly. Yeah. Skills, tools in different places and things like that. LLM cannot give us a document. This is how our own tool is named, optimized.
Yeah, that's how it's named. This is our own. Experienced in communication.
Again, the new one you did?
Yeah, the one I did last time.
Last night?
Yesterday.
Even after Larry fixed it?
Yeah, no. See, no, yesterday.
Still doing this.
So this is our own stuff.
I think our own is a
better.
bit
It
better,
kind of maintained, ours kind of maintained what you have, but it's
but
still distorted.
it's distorted.
Yeah.
So I take
And
that
there are
back.
some ones that are bold, there are some ones that are like
It
stuff.
needs to be very clear.
Yeah.
Plus, we need to, because I don't think
This
I will have
name
crazy dash. Do we have crazy dash?
No.
But the font sometimes big, sometimes it's small.
Yeah. Ours is technically
bullet.
incorrect. The information
Yeah.
is not smart enough to say, oh, you have this thing here, let me not repeat it, let me put it here. You have this thing here, let me not repeat, let me put it here. See, applied lean principle. There's still a lot of work that the user needs to do to make this a great resume.
Certification.
Yeah.
C2 section.
And then this job. Yeah.
So let's look
So I
at
did
it.
this one last night, 2011. Yeah.
That's summary. Look at our own summary. There's something wrong with that. That's confidence buster.
Yeah.
First of all, experiencing that's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's better in terms of formatting. No, I take that back because experience in communication is wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong. This
That's terrible, actually.
Yeah, that we can't work with that. That's technically incorrect.
The recruiter are going to junk that.
Including digital media, payment solutions. That's not what is meant to say, right? So, because digital media.
Okay, now we've established the problems. Let's go to some of the
to
recommendation of what's happening.
So
and after that, so Taya will run through our own analysis. We did 2 independent analyses.
yeah.
And then, of course, we've shared some of the ideas, but I will share my own once you start.
Okay, so here's what I kind of did just to understand, because at the end of the day, you kind of need to know what's broken and how you can fix it. So based on my analysis of how JobOS is running right now, our output is technically incorrect and misleading to a user, right? So how to fix that right now is to understand why this is going wrong, what good should look like, and thinking about a concrete new architecture for our optimizer, right? And how to make sure anyone that comes on here is getting actual value. Now, ChatGPT recommends that this is why JobOS is behaving like this, which I agree.
You can disagree, but we agree with some of them.
It says it copies random words and phrases from the JD into the CV. Those words are technically incorrect or irrelevant. It dumps them in awkward places.
Absolutely.
So look at this.
Yeah.
Bring this here. Right. Okay, I'll close down. So let me open again to my resume. Okay. So this is what I got straight out of
JobOS.
So this is JobOS. Now, it dumps them in awkward places, breaking coherence. Here's an example. Experienced in communication with proven track record of delivering results. That's already who is this girl? And what type of resume does she have? Right? So that already breaks down. Now it says, this is what usually happens when single shot prompting. Single shot prompting. Let's make that a bit bigger.
Which given that I built the MVP, I don't know what the logic is right now, but I know that we use some multi-step prompting. The problem is we probably don't do the 3-stage of how we need to approach this, but you can also tell us what we have.
Yeah. So it says, as example, what could be happening is one prompt, like rewrite this resume to match this JD and include relevant keywords.
Yeah, we don't do that. We have more robust prompts.
Okay, but then it's kind of like sprinkling it everywhere and doing keyword stuffing.
No, it's not as bad as that. We
Okay.
don't do one prompt.
Okay, but then we can
We have a big, huge file of prompts that have different guardrails and things like that.
Okay.
So it's not like this type of one prompt that
All right. So
ChatGPT
this is
thinks.
just a suggestion of what it thinks the problem might be.
Yeah.
It says no structured understanding of the job description or resume. So JD is treated as raw text, not as must have, nice to have, responsibilities, a level of seniority. Almost like assigning roles and different things that I.
Yeah, I think so. When I get to my part, we'll
Okay.
corroborate this so you understand.
Okay. So it says resume is also treated as raw blob, not real skills the candidate actually has. Project or roles where those skills are used, and tools and tech stack. So, as an example, so the model can check, does this person actually know how to do SQL? Because I noticed that, or no Kubernetes, or am I just inventing based on what is on the job description?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, which is what we're saying, like earlier, right?
Yeah.
Where we're saying, don't just put things in the resume, do the analysis first and show them what it is, and then collaboratively ask them,
Yeah.
like, okay, look,
I
these are
didn't find this
I
in the
didn't
job
find it.
description. Do you want
Do
me
you
to
want
add
me
it?
to add it? Then you can add it, and then the person can now say, oh, I don't like how you've added it. I'll change
Rephrase.
it or rephrase, right? So that's the solution to that.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
All right. So it says no truth or relevance guardrails. Right. Now, the LLM is allowed to invent skills. Do you believe that that's currently happening to us?
I think so in some way. There are some guardrails not strong enough.
Okay.
That's the argument I
So,
have there.
because there are no guardrails, it will add tools that never existed in the resume.
I think it does that
It makes
sometimes.
BA, dev, infrastructure jargon incorrectly. And there's no don't lie, don't mismatch, don't add the relevant buzzwords layer.
I think this is not totally true.
Okay.
I just think sometimes
it is not robust.
Formatted well,
It's
and
not
it's not
robust.
robust. But it's not like there's no guardrails at all. Like Dora, because else you would have probably seen emojis and things.
Yeah, but my issue is no, there are things that I saw in the one that I optimized on the day that I wanted to do the test.
No, I'm not saying it never happens. I'm saying
it was adding
it's not
unnecessary
strong.
words like LEWS,
Yeah,
complain.
less. I saw that as
Yeah.
well.
So words that are not like technically needed. No queue or self-check. So whatever the LLM spits out is returned as final. So no second pass to check for technical contradictions, keyword stuffing, obvious irrelevancies. So that sanity check is what we can achieve with that side by side too.
Yeah, so yeah, that QA I don't think is strong enough. When I get to my own review.
Okay. So what a good JobOs optimizer should do. Target behavior. Only uses skills and experience the candidate actually has, or explicitly approves.
Exactly
which
what we're
speaks to
saying.
our
Yeah.
previous point about give them an option.
Yes.
We'll tell them, hey, we didn't find this on your resume. Would you like us to add it?
Yes.
So you're giving the approval, right? Aligns language and structure with the job description without lying.
Sure.
This one is my biggest one. Technically, coherency.
Yes.
We can't give people garbage. I can't say experience in communication and then start with business analyst.
Yes.
It has to be technically correct, meaning if it's a doctor's resume should not be saying I'm good with coding.
Yeah.
Just because it saw coding somewhere in the job description,
or
right?
take one communication thing and stuff it somewhere like.
Yeah. And then it says add relevant keywords in natural places. Again, an example here, right? So uses sync skills best practices, impactful bullets, outcome focused, ATS friendly structure.
Which is, again, when I get to my part.
Yeah. So pretty much this is the new architecture it is suggesting. Of course, this is high level. So it's like we need to think of the optimizer as the pipeline, not just the rewrite, move on and go. So it's suggesting this from a back-end point of view, in terms of what that looks like.
Job data, resume pass, match gap analysis, right engine, QA check,
final CV.
Yeah,
there's a step here that we added before you get to final CV. Okay, which is this QA check.
That's the QA check. I'm saying,
and then you give permission. So I'm not going to go through, like, you just kind of wrote some codes in there that
so
we can look at.
send this to you.
I will share this with you and then we'll see. And then, so these are some of the component 3, match gap, all of those things. And then some of the tightly constrained things that we need to, key rules in the system prompt. Do not invent job titles, companies, dates, or degrees. So in my first demo video, which I had to stop, is when I popped in the job description and my resume, it said, oh, try to change your role from business analyst to business manager. When the job title from the job clearly says business analyst. So that's it. Do not copy entire sentences from JD, adapt the language, which is what ChatGPT did.
Yes.
It really adapted the language, looked at the entire resume and said, let's delete repetition. So the resume is concise, from 4 pages to concise 2 pages. That still makes me feel like, oh, this is not good, this is not good. It actually gave me confidence. Yeah. Whereas I didn't have the same level of confidence with ours, JobOs, when I did it. Now, maintain the candidate's true experience and responsibilities. Optimize wording to emphasize impact, outcomes, and metrics. Adjust terminology to match the JD, e.g. stakeholders versus business partners when aligned with the truth. Place most important JD aligned skills, which is what ChatGPT did.
Yes.
In professional summary, top 3 to 4 bullet point of recent roles and skills section. That's what we saw in that result of ChatGPT.
Yes.
Where it moved agile and waterfall to
Think
the professional
about it.
summary.
A recruiter, from a human perspective as well, you read resume from top to bottom. They have pile of resume to read. When it gets to their table, they will just read the key things on top. If it's not even making sense, they will junk it.
Yeah.
Even if it passes the ATS system. So it's very important what it's saying here.
Yeah.
It needs to be front-loading that value.
And ours kind of did it too. So it said, adept at process improvement strategies, risk mitigation, and cross-functional collaboration using agile and waterfall methodologies. Yeah. But technically, that's not very strong, right?
It's okay. It's
but
basic.
At least it popped it in there, so we're not so bad. We just need to put some guardrails. And then it said, you can even do this as a 2-step rewrite, bullet level rewrite, which will be the smart thing. Look at each bullet point. And I believe I discussed this with Larry in the past as well. We need to have a bullet level rephrase.
That's where the collaboration with the human takes. So you have that as an option. So, okay, I'm not happy with this section. Rewrite it.
Yeah. It says, so for each original bullet plus the metadata, ask LLM. So rewrite this bullet to better highlight the skills. Put the list. Keep meaning and truth. Do not add new tools or metrics unless present in the original. Full resume assemble. Once bullets are optimized, a final LLM call weaves everything into your template, either summary, experience, skills, and keyword. Education.
We need to have a template. Keyword. All right.
And then, so component 5 is, before you show the resume to the user, run a QA pass. Same or second LMS check. LLM. Are any skills present in text that are not in allowed skills? Are there contradictions, e.g., 5+ years in BA when candidate only has 2?
Exactly. You can't be doing
contradictions. Are there obvious irrelevant buzzwords from JD that don't fit candidate profile?
Exactly.
If QA finds issues, either autocorrect with a second pass or flag to user. We avoided adding the following skills because they don't match your experience.
Thank you. Which is what we were trying to say. So they don't make it look like we need to get to 100% or whatever. Sometimes JD stuff are asking for a relevant thing that don't just stuff it in because they said
Oh,
5 years,
because
you have
yeah,
3, I
and
might
then we
have
put
2 years,
5
and
years.
you're lying. Except they explicitly want to change that, then which is fine. They can add the 5 years.
Exactly. We ask them.
Yes, that's why we ask them. So they know they are lying on their own accord.
So someone doesn't look at the resume and say, why is this platform giving me all of these
All
things
of
that
these
I
things
don't
that I
have?
don't
I
have.
don't have time for all of this. And then they run away. So the last step before I move into Noah is rewrite bullets with strict prompt. For each bullet, you are optimizing resumes for ATS and human readers. Original bullet, candidate skills we want to highlight, and job description focus areas. Again, keep the core meaning and truth of the original bullet. Do not add tools, platforms, or certifications that are not present or allowed, or the allowed skills. Do not fabricate metrics. Use strong action verbs and concrete outcomes where possible. And that's what ChatGPT did really well. And assemble final CV using a template. We need to create that. Use your standard JobOS template with sync skills flavor. Header, professional summary, key skills, experience, certification, education, and certification. That's it. We discussed this the other day that we met the team, where the key skills was at the bottom. We don't want it far down. So if we even arrange this, we're already one step ahead, and it's just looking for that, and it's just not looking for keywords. It's looking at the entire resume 360.
Yeah.
So I said, given this structured data and this written bullet, generate a professional ATS friendly resume using this template structure. Again, no fake dates, right? So that's it. Using sync data without limiting to your student. You've got gold in sync skills, real successful resume, bullet patterns, Australian, known, use this as a rag style, create a resume best practice.
Retrieval augmentation. Yeah, so we need to
feed that KB into the system prompt. Use this example as style and structure, but never copy specific companies or confident details. Or if we feed it a resume, general market compatibility, keep examples company agnostic.
Yeah.
What I would do if I were your architect, kill or relabel the current optimizer as better until fixed. To stop more trust them, implement JD Parser, Resume Parser, redesign the prompt, add a simple QA instrument, run internal test. This is key. So this is my own analysis using ChatGPT to kind of troubleshoot what the problem is.
Correct.
So let me
Is this
just,
our charges?
yeah, it
Let me
is.
just use this.
Okay, so. No, that was just the.
So for me, we've covered a lot already, but this is very important to understand. Now, just to add on top of what Taya said, I was having a chat, right, to understand that failure point. Taya has covered some of it, garbage in, garbage out. I don't think ours is garbage in, garbage out, like you said, but it's important to mention as well, like, hey, we don't want to make sure that we're using just one line prompts, provide generic resume. But what it's saying here is, so a single message provides job address and instruction. Yes, we need to tell what it looks like. And what I want to highlight here is something that I also gave it. I told it that I want to use sync skills IP, meaning what are the things that we consider as good to guide it, right? So we know what good resume should look like, and we need to use that data, right? So going back into it, it says the prompt is weaker. It says the prompt is weaker than the one in our head. I'm like, okay, we didn't use prompt from our head anyway. We had a robust prompt. So the thing that we've not done here is role specific guidance, right? There are some things that are nuanced to BA versus PM versus other roles as well. Then Australia country style as well. Like Australia don't like photos, date of birth, things like that. And there's no sync skills framework, like I was saying, you know.
Because even if
So
someone presents, which I think I need to test, is if I pop the resume with a picture, my date of birth, etc. I wonder if JobOS would say, I found, of course it won't, but based on what we're implementing right now, these guardrails will say, I found date of birth in your resume. My recommendation is to remove based on yada, 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 value. But
yeah.
yeah, we
So
need that implementation right
so
now.
going back, saying most apps they will do this, right? They only send CV and only snippet of job ads, or you use vague system prompt, or you don't tell it about ATS, the country seniority level. It causes issues. And I know we don't ask country, we don't ask for
Mm-mm,
seniority level of the role you're targeting,
mm-mm.
and we don't ask of the role. Again, there's a balance. We don't want to, because we can get the role from the CV they
We can
upload,
always
but
exactly.
we can make the field option as well. Like, so if you have the role, it's even more better. That is better. Okay, so wrong model parameters, right? Using cheaper or weaker models in job OS than
This one is key for us.
so
So
yeah, so
question to Larry on that
yeah.
one.
Are we I don't agree that the model we're using is cheaper because we're using OpenAI and we're using Gemini, but we need to revisit this thing. Is our model
That is
optimal?
strongest
Is
model.
that like the best model? Anyway, there's 5.1, there's Geo 3 now that's even better, but like not to rush to use them, but I'm just saying. Now the key thing here is that are we using too high temperature? Like using the temperature is too high, makes the response inconsistent and fluffy. So another key in there, not setting things like max tokens correctly, truncation, missing sections, and we suffer from this.
Yeah.
So
Some sections have
yeah,
bold alphabets, some have like
yeah.
thin
So
alphabet.
it's like the tokens, like how many words and things like that may affect truncation issues, and it's saying that here, right? So which is something I want us to think about. Then no retrieval of IP, like I said, we have this edge. We have some cover letter and CV sample that we think is
Cover
good.
letter work, but that's
It's resume optimizer we should focus on, right?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm just holistically thinking about it. So now,
LLM powered by
yeah, so it's saying right now, because we may not be using some IP from SynSkills, it's just like general LLM as well.
Even though like that
Yeah,
shouldn't be an
yeah,
issue.
but we can give it some data. Like, look, these are the things that you should not do in CV. We've talked about some of them today anyway. Okay, another one shot generation instead of a
A pipe
pipeline,
that was in
right?
my
The
analysis as
pipeline
well.
Tyra has also talked about. Good, it should be multi-step, which is where I was saying when we started this call. So we want to pass and understand the resume, meaning extract the skills, experience, domain, seniority. We want to understand that resume first,
Everything.
right? As a whole first, right? And then we want to compare to job, meaning we're doing analysis of the gaps, the missing keyword, mismatch for emphasis, right? Now we now plan. It's like the way agents work, right? We'll now plan and say, look, decide what you want to add or remove, right? And then we can produce the updated version. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like I said,
This is what
QA,
ChatGPT did. Read your number 5.
yes,
Check for repetition.
check for ATS you learned repetition, which is literally what's supposed to now pop. Like we notice this and that and that. Do you want to add it? Do you want to do this? Do you want to whatever thing is?
And those are the specificity in our analysis as well. Of course, also, we don't want to just make you say, put a rule like, oh, because something is repeated twice, you want to just make it once. Like, it's like if it's like appearing like 4, 5, or 6 times, because what, you can talk about something in your professional summary, but it can still pop up in your responsibilities as well.
Yeah. No, those are minor, right? So we can put a weighted score on that, but repetition may be just you've said something 10 times.
Exactly.
It looks like keyword stuffing.
You're meant to
ATS is
put
gonna,
something else to
yeah,
even
to
increase
very,
your chances.
yeah. So the flow should be take the CV, core model, print result, and you iterate on that. I think if we do this, it's already going to be better. We don't do that.
No, there's even the my analysis has like more longer steps, the passing, the different, there's a bit more. It's just that three, it's still that three step too.
Yeah, yeah. How the
So
implementation
this
should
is our
work.
current flows, I think, but
Yeah.
Larry has time to be corrected.
Let's design V2, right? So Taya has gone into it, but look at it. Collect CV or text. Collect JD. Collect, make this optional field, maybe the role, because we still have a way to take it from your CV, right?
Yeah.
Country, add it because CV from Australia is different from Canada or US. Or for now, let's just know it's for Australia. You can leave that. Seniority, maybe we add a field, mid junior, maybe, and optional sector like
That's
this.
on their resume.
Okay, let's skip that. See what is suggested. You can look at this, literally just saying all the information, right? Candidate profile, name, location, resume, and job description, target role, target countries. This is an example. Ingest sync skills best practice. Now, it's telling us to build a small database of before and after resumes that have worked, right? Sync skills playbook, structure, language, bullet point formula. I don't think I want to go into
I
all of
don't
this
know, no, we
because
don't need that.
it's not just for sync skills people,
We
but this
don't
is
need
just an
that.
idea, right?
We just need
Yeah.
that pipeline and that strong
So
backend.
now this is it.
That's it.
Analysis, multi-step, analyze that resume. You analyze it first, right? This is like a prompt to do that. Summarize candidates from list the gap, mismatch, list skills, list high bullet point, optimize step. This is what should happen. Again, not saying this is exactly what needs to happen, just this is what it is saying.
That's
We can look at it and say,
we already
yeah,
have some
QA, QA refinement, which is what I'm saying. We need to suggest our QA needs to be like that, what we've hammered on throughout today, right? Like, oh, sure, do you want to add this? Then this for cover letter. And if you scroll down,
it's fine. I think that's a lot of information already. We can just follow that.
Tech stack, input from user, blah, blah, blah. Then all of this. I told it. Now remember, when somebody takes optimized resume and optimize it again today, it will still say 45%, whatever, and we write the whole thing again.
Maybe we say that. So a student reached out and said the reason she stopped using JobOS is even after it has optimized, giving her an optimized resume, the next time she put it in JobOS, it still gave her 45. So it keeps giving them 45, 47, 45 every single time. And that's broken their trust. Like, oh, this platform, I just give you the same number every single time.
Exactly. So in saying that, problem number one, full reader right instead of targeted optimization, which is very important, guys. User already have strong resume, get angry. Like, oh, I've put a strong resume. You just change everything, right? We write everything, change their voice, remove a key achievement, trashes good formatting, add fluffs, break sections, which we've seen. People will churn. I agree.
They've said it now.
And that's what the students are saying, literally what they are saying. Format instability. we don't, our formatting is misaligned, bullet point, section moved to out of order, random font and spaces. LMN does that, right? So we need to fix that. No role or country context. Okay, that's minor. No two-stage pipeline. Analyze first, right? Rewrite and format last. But then we give that option to collaborate. This is how top platform are doing, which is what I want you guys to look at. Step one, they do this. Resume passing. They never just write the whole raw thing. And he said, why? Because they know that they don't want to they want to avoid explosions. So all these things, they're going to normalize them first, right? And job description passing. So they do this, they extract required hard skills, required soft skills. So we can also be able to highlight it. Tools, text that must have. Step three, gap analysis before any generation, this is the core thing. Gap analysis they do. They will check the match, skill match, missing keyword, detect ATS issues, actionable fixes. They will now target your writing. They never write the entire resume in one shot, which is what I'm saying. They write each bullet separately, improving wording without changing meaning, add keyword where relevant, strengthen achievement, keep user voice and fact intact. 5, they control formatting engine. They convert the entire result into a street template. You see what I'm saying, right? Predefined section order, predefined bullet style, predefined headings. They do not allow LLM to dictate formatting, which is key. Only full rewrite, only user selected, rewrite my entire resume from scratch. This is never triggered automatically, right? Here's the architecture you must implement. Blah, blah, blah. Huh? So if I wanted to do this, I'll be exact JobOs architecture, complete multi-step pipeline, JSON, resume format, scoring formula, keyword. Yes, let's do this. So I'll share this link with you guys. So watch this video and let's get to work, please. This is something we need to fix ASAP. We're churning user and I see how they will drop off the more. Please. And okay, thankfully, Steven has finished landing page. Even this is more important than landing page. There's no need for landing page.
When the platform is not working.
It's not working, right?
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll share this video, watch it, and then we can have a session. Please listen and watch this keenly. There's a lot of good information in there. Stop recording.